Hi everyone, this is Wicky David, CEO of the training company and your career mentor. Over the past few weeks, we have been closely tracking the Morningstar data analyst hiring process, and the response from all of you has been truly overwhelming. Thank you for all the love, message, and comments you've been sharing on my last few videos. As promised, I'm back again, this time with a very special live session because yesterday, the much awaited candidate information session, that is CIS, and survey session finally happened. And joining me today, once again, is my mentee who attended both the sessions and will be sharing his complete first-hand experience so that all of you who are preparing for Morningstar or will be attempting in the next drive can learn directly from his journey. So, welcome back. Great to see you again.
Hey, hi Vicky, great to see you too. Hi.
First of all, congratulations on completing the CIS and service session. I'm sure everyone watching us right now is super curious to know how it all went. So, if I were to ask you the overall experience of the CIS session, was it interactive, informative, or more like a presentation driven?
Hey, hi. So my CIS session was scheduled at 3 p.m. on 3rd November, that is yesterday, and it started around 3:05 or 3:10 p.m. And the person who had sent these emails to join the CIS or the online assessment, the same person has joined the Zoom meeting. It was on a Zoom, and I could see her and the presentation which she was going through. I was not able to see anybody else or other participants or even the chats or the question and answer box. So nothing was visible, only her and the presentation which she has. So it was not interactive, I would say, not an interactive session. It was just a presentation from her side, um, which was to inform us about the company, which is Morningstar, like when it was founded and what it is doing, so and so.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was like that.
Okay, so you were not able to see other participants, right?
No, not at all.
No worries. These kind of videos, the series, whole Morningstar series has, kind of built a community itself, and everybody in the comment section have been helping each other. And
Yes.
of course, I have also been getting a lot of DMs from people who have attended it. So those who have also been part of this CIS session yesterday, do leave your comments below. Let us know, let everybody else know that you too were present and how your experience was. What were the key things that Morningstar focused on during this session? Like about the company or about the role? What was the more weightage on?
I would say about the company. The presentation was about the company, and after the presentation, definitely there was a Q&A going on where we were supposed to add our questions or whatever opinion or whatever we have to ask whether, and
Mhm.
she was going through those questions and answering few of them. Again, the questions were not visible, any of the questions. She was reading them and answering questions asked by the candidates. So in those question answer session, I think few people have asked about the salary, about the shifts, all
Mm,
those things have been asked. And what I got to know that this can be a job for entry level freshers. uh, this is a data analyst job, and there could be possibility that there can be a rotational shift, but yes,
mm.
most likely it would be a 5 days a week work structure. And uh, I think while ending the session, I think she must have been asked like what is the CTC or the salary. So she said 4.6 lakhs per annum would be the CTC, and around 3.5 lakhs per annum would be your fixed salary. So
Mm.
from the salary, I could say that that can be an entry level position. And I think they are not hiring people who have experience of more than 1 year. That is what I could sense.
Okay, and what makes you say that they don't want to hire somebody who is having more than 1 year experience?
Uh, so after CIS, there was a survey form also, right?
That will
And
come to, yeah.
hmm,
That is already on my screen. I'm thankful for you to be able to share this for everybody's reference. I'm really
hmm,
grateful. In
hmm,
fact, I'll ask all my viewers for a big thumbs up and a big like for my mentee. Of course, the name has been muted out every time because we don't want him to be in trouble. Neither any of you who's been sharing their experiences. So,
yeah.
before we come to that CIS survey session. I'd also like to understand, like, since it was an entry level, role, it seems, with a
Hmm,
package CTC of 4.6, you said, is that correct?
hmm, yes.
Okay, so I don't think so. Even if you are shortlisted, okay, we will not be proceeding with this application from our side. We will have to drop this opportunity because your package is way too high right now where you're working, right?
Hmm,
And
yes.
and our aspiration is completely different, and that's why you've been mentored by me. So I wonder, why did they even then send you the invite for this online assessment, knowing your work experience and knowing your current package? I'm pretty sure they may have asked you during the sign up that what could your current package be. What do you
Hmm.
think?
Right. I'm, I mean, I'm not sure like how it will go, like whether they will hire the experienced person or not. But I think that they are looking for someone who will be joining immediately. That is what she was uh, saying in the session. Like we want someone who will join in as soon as possible because we are starting this uh, on or before January
Hmm.
2026, and we don't want people who are on notice period. And also for the place, I mean, the people who are staying nearby, for those this position is open and something like that. Also, she said that if you are not from Mumbai, please do not apply. So this is what she actually said.
That was like literal and in black and white, that if you're
Yes,
not from
yes,
not from Mumbai, do not apply.
you're right.
Okay, and I think that would also make a lot of sense for somebody who is, not from Mumbai to join at a package of 4.6, while the take home is around 3.5. You said, is that correct?
Yes, the fixed salary is 3.5. Not sure about
3.5.
exact take home, but
Yeah.
fixed is 3.5 lakhs.
So if it is 3.5, I don't think so for someone who is, relocating to Mumbai with the rent and the food, the expenses around, he or she would be able to, join at this package, from
Mm,
their side itself. So it's better
mm.
for somebody who is locally from Mumbai. And I think that's why she also clarified it. So I think that's fine. But then did they discuss anything specific about, the organization's culture or expectations from the data analyst role, or anything with regards to the team structure?
Uh, Not really, I would say, because she was going through the timelines. Like in this year, the company was founded, who is the founder,
Hmm.
who is the CEO, and like uh, the company environment and how much business they are doing, how much companies or clients they are handling. So most of the presentation was around that, and
Hmm.
all the other things which you said could have been asked by participants in the questions Q&A session, but I think there were very few, like 10 questions must have been answered in that session. It was very short session, not a long session.
So what time did it start?
Um, so 3 5 p.m. it was locked as per their email, and around 3:10 p.m. it started,
Hmm. And
and yeah.
and
So and
there and there were registration process before that, right? Could you please explain or shed light on this part, because somebody who's attending it in the future, it may be helpful.
it was not a registration as such. It was like the link which was there in the email. It was of a Zoom link only, and just I had to add my name, email, and mobile number. That's it. So it was like 1 minute process.
Right, like a basic sign up thing.
Very basic. Yeah.
Right. So you said it started at 3:10. What time did it end then? It was supposed to be ending at 4 o'clock,
4
if I'm
p.m.
not wrong.
But not it ended early. Like mm, the introduction presentation was around 10-12 minutes, and the Q&A for 15 minutes. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so like 3:30, it was over.
Mm, 3:35, 3:40 maybe.
Okay, all right. And then, if I were to ask you, like, were there any interesting insights or FAQs answered by the facilitator that you think aspirants should note, or what was a common question asked?
I won't be able to remember all of them, but I think uh, they will be following four days work from office, 1 day work from home, and rotational shifts most likely. And it also depends whether you are working for US, UK, or Australia client. And I think the salary is what 6 point. How much I said?
So three,
6.4.
4.6, right? 4.6.
4.6. I'm sorry. 4.
Yeah.
4.6 LPA would be the salary. I don't think they will be negotiating on that thing.
Okay.
And uh, uh, nothing was unique or different in the Q&A,
Hmm.
I would say. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, coming to the next part, that is the service session. With me, I have this PDF that I was able to, get it because
Mm,
of you. I
mm,
think it's already on my screen. Informations have been blurred out so that privacy is maintained. Since this form is with me right now, let me go through it one by one. I think there are 4 pages, 4 to 5 pages, and see what kind of questions were asked in the survey session.
yes.
So I think this is the first one is your full name. The second is email address, the phone number, then we have the fourth question, which is, are you currently residing in Mumbai? If yes, and you're not originally from Mumbai, address proof will be required. But again, like I had pointed out last time, there is no upload option of address proof, right?
Right.
So, okay. Then the fifth one is, please specify your current location. Then sixth is, what is your current education status? Please select the most appropriate options. Seventh question is, please confirm your area of specialization. Finance is the other, and the second was non-finance. So just the two options. Which of the following professional qualifications have you completed or are currently pursuing? Select the most relevant options. Okay, so
So
there were
it
drop downs
was
here.
it was having drop down options like CS, CMA, CA, all
Hmm.
those options.
All right, great. The ninth question is, are you currently employed? And if yes, what is your total professional work experience in months? Please exclude internship experience. And we have, I think, four options:
Yes.
fresher 0 to 6, 6 months to 1 year, and 1 plus year. So you have selected 1 plus year because yours is far more than that.
Mm, yeah.
Let us scroll down. The 10th question is, please provide your current CTC. Then the 11th one is, do you have any leaves planned over the next 3 months? If yes, please specify the reason and duration. If no, then mention NA. Then the 12th one is, are you comfortable working in any shift? 13th is, are you comfortable working in US shift? And the last one is, do you know anyone currently working at Morningstar? If yes, please mention the relationship with your acquaintance and their employee ID. If your answer to the above question is no, please add NA. And of course, this is the last question, so just the submit button there, right?
Yes. Correct.
So, if I were to, ask you about this thing, about this survey, what would your advice be for somebody who would be completing it? Like, how do you complete it carefully or any common mistakes to avoid?
No, I think we will be having all the answers with ourselves. There is nothing much required to be like aware of, and I filled all the answers which are original and correct. So didn't try to hide anything. And yeah, like Yeah, that is what I would like to say.
Right. And if I were to ask you your overall takeaway from the entire experience, what would that be?
See, I think CIS was just to see like how aware or how present or alert the candidate is, whether he is following all the steps or not, right? And the survey would be in my opinion, would be a elimination thing, because depending on what answers you fill, they will eliminate and select people for next rounds. And as I said, I think for the people who are not from Mumbai or having experience of more than 1+ year, for those, I think their process would over here. That is what I feel, but I won't guarantee that. But yeah,
Of course, most likely that's what it indicates when the presenter has already, explicitly said that they would not want someone from, someone who is
mm,
not from Mumbai.
not from
So,
Mumbai.
right. So I think that is where the first filter will be applied. So if those who are
Correct,
not from Mumbai, most likely they will not be shortlisted for the interview round, right?
correct,
Uh,
correct.
Also, if I were to, give a little bit of idea to all those aspirants on this form or the questionnaire, like how they should have technically filled. So I think, and what does this question indicate, or what is that which we can, learn out of it? The question number 11 is if you have any leaves planned over the next 3 months. So this only indicates that these people, the employer, wants somebody who would certainly not have any leaves planned for the next 3 months or 6 months for that matter, because they would be
Yes,
investing heavily in the training and hiring, and they would expect the person to start immediately, right?
yes, correct.
And the next one is question number 12 and 13. Question number 12 is, are you comfortable working in any shift? So this is to get an idea about, your comfort zone, if you're open for any rotational shift. But again, then we have question number 13, which specifically mentions US shift, which is like a graveyard shift, also called as graveyard shift. And if you are comfortable, the answer is yes or a no. If, of course, it has been mentioned as no, then obviously you'll not be getting a call for interview,
Right,
because they
right,
do not want somebody who is not comfortable, working in US shift. So that's where your application ends from your side itself.
right.
And question number 14 is, most common question, not just for Morningstar, but in any corporate for that matter. Like, employers want to know if candidate would be having anybody who is already working in their organization, and what that relationship will be. And let me tell you before, as in to understand what that answer should be, let me tell you, no matter what you answer, that answer has to be genuine, because the companies will be verifying that internally later on with their background verification process. So if you have somebody as a relative, especially when we are talking about relative, we are talking about blood relatives or immediate relatives, such as parents or, siblings for that matter, or spouse. So most likely corporates or financial institutions who already has somebody working within your family, then that individual is most likely not going to get shortlisted. There are
Right.
certain policies. Employers restrict people from the same family to be hired, okay, within the organization, even if the role means completely different, completely separate. Okay,
Mm,
so if it is a yes, if there is someone who is already working in Morningstar or a specific organization that you are applying, most likely you will not be shortlisted. That's how it works. So if you have mentioned a no, and if it is true, certainly you can look forward for that application or being shortlisted for the next interview round.
correct.
Correct?
Yes.
Right. So I think thanks a lot for sharing such a detailed experience that really helps everyone watching today and over the past few days. And
Right.
thank you for sharing all the materials with us. I know this is something which is very confidential and cannot be on YouTube, of course, but this is created only to be able to help to those minds who are really anxious, especially giving their first interview.
Absolutely. Yeah. This will definitely help. And uh, I was having those intentions only. So that is why I was discussing these things with you. And definitely it will help people who are joining Morningstar.
Right. Now, for all of you tune in right now, the next step in Morningstar's hiring process is the interview stage. As mentioned in the email, candidates who successfully completed the CIS and submitted their survey will be shortlisted for the interview rounds. These interviews are expected to be conducted in person, and scheduling details will be communicated directly via email. So, if you completed the survey correctly and match the registered details, please wait patiently for your update and avoid following up with the HR team directly since they won't be able to share individual feedback. And for those who wants to stay ahead, I'll be soon organizing a special group session where we'll be breaking down possible interview questions, expectations, and even do mock discussions to help you prepare confidently. And if you want to, be a part of this live session, just like my mentee, you reach me on Instagram. That's where you would reach me. But before we wrap up, I just want to say this. If you made it this far in the process, you're already doing amazing. Every single step you complete builds experience and confidence. Do not get demotivated by what others say. Your journey, your timing, and your efforts are unique. God bless you all and keep giving your best. For those who would like to connect with me personally or be part of my pay when placed mentorship model, visit my page. The link is in the description, or you can DM me on Instagram. My Instagram ID is wicky.david, WICKY.DAVID. I've helped hundreds of professionals land high paying roles, and your story could be next. Until then, stay focused, stay consistent, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully discussing the Morningstar interview round. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.